Hi, welcome to Doghead Tastings. My name's Bill,
I'm Belle.
and today we're doing something a little different. First, I'd like to apologize. It's been a long time since we've done a video. Had some health problems and some other problems, so we've been off the interwebs for a while. But we decided today, on our friend's behest, to actually do a review of our friend Mike Dunham's Homebrew. This is Mike's Mosaic Pale Ale. It is actually a combination of Mosaic, Cascade, and Simcoe hops. Mike actually did some additional processing to the beer, some stuff that I didn't know about until I got to talk to him, including hop bursting. He's hop bursted the beer, which means he's from, I believe, and Mike will probably put comments if I screw this up, but 15 minutes to flame out, a lot of the hops are added. There's no hops added at the 60-minute start of the boil. From 15 minutes on in, all the hops have been added. After that, he did a 20-minute hop stand, and if I remember correctly, this is at flame out, he actually adds additional hops and then covers the brew kettle and lets it stand for 20 minutes. So, without further ado, we'll try Mike's Mosaic Pale Ale. And this is in a classic Grolsch style top bottle. We'll see. She pops it in my face.
Thank you very much.
Let's see how she does this. Because it kind of rolled around in the car a couple times, so we'll see. Alright.
Otherwise you'll yell at my floor.
Probably. Now Mike's already warned us that this is going to, oh wow, you can smell that already.
Oh, grapefruit right off the bat.
Wow, I'm not even close to the glass. I'm at least a foot and a half from the glass.
Yeah, I'm a foot away and I can smell it, grapefruit.
Alright, put this over here.
Yeah, grapefruit, wow.
Alright, you can see it's got a nice, I mean I did a pretty decent pour on it.
Decent.
I don't know if you can pick it up in the camera or not, but it seems to be a lot of bubbles. There's a lot of carbonation going on. It's got a nice white. It's a very low SRM, as you can see. It's a nice golden color. It's a beautiful color. And Mike, I'd have to tell you, since I saw it yesterday, I think it's cleared up a little bit.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
It's actually a little clearer than it was yesterday when we saw it.
Yesterday.
So this is kind of a cheat because we actually had this at Mike's yesterday, but it's so damn good. We're gonna out of all the IPAs that I've had, Mike's is still the best. And this is a different version. This is his what we would consider a lawnmower beer. This is 5% alcohol. You can drink this on a really hot day when you're mowing lawn, and it's not going to destroy you. He's got a full IPA, which I can't wait to have, which he's not going to do until the end of the season or the end of summer. Mike, you should make it sooner than that. Yeah, so it's got a really nice color. It's cleared up since we saw it yesterday.
I mean, it's still a little cloudy, but it's...
A little cloudy, but not too bad.
Yesterday it was more cloudy. You couldn't see through it like you can now.
It smells like a grape. I mean, this is the Cascade coming out. It smells like a fresh, what are those pink grapefruit?
Ruby red.
Ruby red grapefruit cut right in half.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, you don't get a more clear smell than that. I mean, the Cascades are definitely prominent on that. Still get the Cascades in the front.
Mm-hmm. It dissipates
but
quickly.
Yeah, it dissipates very fast, and you actually get a little bit of the Simcoe to the middle and to the back end. Now it actually takes a minute. The Simcoe is actually that piney.
The piney, yeah.
So I'm actually getting that on the back end, but it's not overbearing at all. It's like, is that Simcoe? Yeah, that's Simcoe. Instead of, oh my God. So this is probably my favorite pale ale. I don't remember how many IBUs Mike said it had.
It was low,
It was
right?
low. I don't know, 40 or 50?
I think he said somewhere around 50 or 60, yeah.
But because of the way that Mike did it with the hop bursting and the 20-minute hop stand, it tastes like it's got a higher IBU than it actually does.
Yeah, like it tastes like it could be a bigger beer, like a more alcoholic beer, because it's so flavorful.
I definitely
and
would
stuff.
not, if I didn't know anything about this beer and had tried it, I would have said, yeah, it's, 8, around 8.
Yeah, 7, 8.
But the scary thing is with this being a 5,
You want to drink it more because
Yeah,
it's tasty.
yeah, and these things go down real quick.
Yes.
We were talking to Mike yesterday. We were sitting at his well, I consider it a keezer. We're sitting there, and he's pouring myself a glass and Belle a glass, and Belle's about a third of the way through hers, and I'm getting ready to get another pour. And I could easily sit there and drink that all day, and for some reason this goes down very fast for me. But second or third drink, you can start to taste the Simcoe come out a little more. That first drink is definitely the Cascade. Now, there's Mosaics in here. I don't know enough about Mosaics to actually be able to distinguish them. Cascades I know forwards and backwards, and I'm starting to get the Simcoe down, the pinies of the Simcoe styles of hops, but I don't know enough about a Mosaic, and I'm sure, again, Michael put comments on this, but I don't remember exactly how much Mosaic he added. It was something new that he wanted to try, so. But I definitely think that the hop bursting and the 20-minute hop stand makes a huge difference. It would have been interesting to have this side by side with something that he had just done a normal, even if he had done the hop burst, just did a flame out and cooled it down and then pitched his yeast without doing a 20-minute hop stand. I'd like to see what the difference would have been. So, Mikey, keep a 1 gallon, a 1 gallon experimental thing. So, because I mean that's ultimately how you're gonna be able to, see. Okay, this actually added that much flavor to this recipe, or this much character to this recipe.
Well, and we've talked about that thing we saw online about taking a non-assuming beer like Bud Light and putting hot pellets in.
Yeah, this is actually something, I think Mike's the one that actually pointed that out to us,
No,
isn't
it's
he?
me.
Was it you? Okay. So, Belle pointed this out. There's an experiment online. You can probably find it just by doing Google, which is you take a non-assuming beer. I can't do Budweiser because it gives me a headache.
Well, it was Bud Light, but...
I can't do any Budweisers. I could probably get away with doing a Coors, and then you go out and you get, an ounce packet of as many different types of hops as you want. You actually dry hop the beer. You open up the bottles and you
put a couple
pellets in it, recap the bottle, and let it sit for a week or so, and then uncap it. Get your notepad out and take your notes and say okay, and you'll actually have a better understanding of what the hops do to the beer.
Which I think is fantastic. I think we should do that sometime.
Maybe we should do it for this.
We could, yeah.
Okay. Well, we've got a 1 to 10 scale we've been using. So on a 1 to 10 scale, what are we doing for this?
Well, it's tasty. It's drinkable.
And remember, Mike will be the first to watch this.
I know. It's tasty. It's drinkable.
Tasty.
And yet, there's probably room for improvement.
There's always room for improvement.
I'm saying, yeah.
Well, and this is being a homebrew, so you've got your variants. But the thing with Mike is he's done this long enough now that he is, I would consider him a very high-end home brewer. He knows what the processes that he does are what it's going to do to change the beer. And, if he comes in high, he knows what's going to happen. If he comes out low, you know how it's going to make some beers more dry. And,
yes, but we're talking about rating the beer.
Yeah.
Okay, so the style is pale ale.
Yeah.
And as I said, it's tasty, it's drinkable, not a lot of bitterness. So I would probably say 8.5 for 9.
This is weird because we're doing it for our friend.
It's something that as a person who may be starting into drinking higher forms of beer, higher craft beer, pale ale is a beer that's they could maybe not start with, but kind of work their way up the scale with, right?
Yeah.
Because
What I like
to
about
some people that might be too tart.
I actually think
citrus.
the more of this that I drink, it actually the first drink we had was Cascade, total Cascade. Are you actually getting any Cascade out of this now?
Cascade is grapefruit, right?
Grapefruit.
A little bit, not as much. Yeah.
So to me, this is a transformative beer. I started it, and the first drink or two was all Cascade, bang, right in the face, and right in the front end of the tongue. And now, after I've gone through half a glass, and that could be because my, what pale ales and IPAs will do to your taste buds. It may be that, I'm not sure, but I am not getting any Cascade on my front end now. I'm getting mid to back of the tongue, piney, which I love.
Yeah.
I like that. I mean,
Yeah, but I'm
the
still getting a little.
grapefruit's still in the nose. It's
Yeah.
there. That hasn't changed. But I went from a grapefruity on the front right.
Yeah.
The first couple drinks right into a piney note. And now to me, this is a piney beer, which for it to be able to do the best of both worlds, the piney and the fruity. I would drink this on a daily. I would drink this every day. If there was only one beer I could drink, this would probably be it. Seriously, I could, because it gives me the fruity that I like, and it's not just because it's Mike's beer.
Yeah.
It gives me the fruity that I like. It gives me the piney that I like.
Yeah.
It's not It's not like palate wrecker. It's not going to, oh my God, now I can't taste anything for 3 days.
But that's good.
It actually. It clings to the back of your tongue for a while, but it's not like I can't eat anything or I can't have anything else. It's there, it's there, but it's very light. So to me, this is a very approachable beer by a lot of people, both people starting out with their hoppy end beers and people like me that are, profusely hop-headed in this.
Yeah.
Hop-headies? A hop-headed?
You're a hop-headed person.
Yes, there we go.
Constantly.
Because, like I said, so I'm gonna go I'm gonna go with a 8 for this out of 10.
I gave him a higher rating than you.
That's because I give Mikey something to shoot for. So, Mike, 8.5 from Bell, 8 from me. That probably means you're gonna get beer.
I'm happy with that.
I would tell everybody it's worth your money to go out and spend it for this beer, but none of you are ever gonna get to have any of this except us.
But it's worth your money to experiment if you're interested in that style of beer, pale ales, to find a pale ale that you might like.
And there's a lot of hybrids out there that are kind of crossing over. We had a long discussion about this yesterday. Brewery Omegang actually has a Belgian IPA. BIPA, is it a BIPA?
I guess. Yeah.
I think that's what it is. Which is a crossover between a Belgian and a pale ale. Yeah, BPA is what it is.
Oh, BPA, yeah. Belgian Pale Ale.
Which, Mike and I pretty much, once we started getting into beer, it was Belgians. Belgian.
And Belgian is the yeast, right?
Well, it's a style of beer and the yeast that's being used.
Oh, okay.
The malt bill is going to change. You don't use the same malt bill for every beer.
Okay.
Like Mike said, this is a very light malt bill. I think he said 6 pounds, which is really light. But so you've got transitional beers, and the more that we've seen out there, not only Belgian pale ales, you've got all different kinds. Now we were talking yesterday about there's breweries that are actually mixing wine with beer. So we've got a hybrid of beer and wine. You've got your honey beers, which are almost like a hybrid of mead and beer. So, I mean, it's out there. Anybody that wants to try to transition into a different style of beer does not have to go whole hog. You can find, more than likely, you can find a beer that you like now that's been incorporated into a style of beer that you want to try. You just got to look. You can't find it at your local place, do a Google search for it, find out if there's a larger distributor around. We're lucky enough that within a 2-hour drive, we've got several places that have
major places.
Major sites that we can pretty much get anything we want. Luckily, we've got a very close one that is a very small bodega-style store that has a really good selection, Lewis Brothers and Horseheads.
Oh, yeah.
That's where we get most of our beer from. But
Shout out to Lewis Brothers.
yay, Lewis Brothers. In fact, that's where we got our ballast. This last time we got Ballast Ale, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Ballast Point. But I've gone on long enough, so I'm gonna, like I said, 8 for me, 8.5 for Bell. Mike, I hope I get more of your beer, because 8's something to strive for.
That's right.
So I hope everybody else has a good weekend, and hopefully maybe our next thing we'll try that, we'll get a 12-pack of Swill and get some hops and
Yeah.
try that.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right, so we don't know what's on the menu next, but Slanche or Prost or
Cheers.
cheers,
Salud.
drink a beer, or enjoy a homebrew.
Enjoy homebrew, yep.
Bye, Mike.